You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Okay.
Five minutes. You're almost there. Your strength. Hold down. Finish them. Remaining. Your burst.
Yo, what is going on, Guardians? Today's video is a pretty spicy one, a pretty hot one. Hot like the sun burning behind me over here in the lighthouse. Guys, a reminder to like and subscribe and turn on notifications. We're going for 2,000 likes. It would really help the algorithm if you hit the like button in today's video. So go ahead and do that. Today we're looking at the hard light. And you know what, man? We're not just looking at any old hard light, we're looking at the hot light. The Fundamentals is a perk that allows you to change the element type of the hard light. So we're going to change it to solar, and then we're going to get all these benefits from the increased range, basically no range fall off, the ricochet rounds, the extra damage off ricochet bullets, and just the insane flinch that hard light offers. But basically, we're adding an extra perk onto the hard light through the Path of the Burning Steps. Solar kills periodically grant you an escalating bonus to damage. That is what the Burning Steps are all about, as well as making you harder to slow or freeze via stasis. But of course, the main thing for us here is chaining the damage perk of Firewalker with the solar element of the hard light. Now you're gonna have to remember to proc this every time you spawn. Solar is the final element on the hard light, so you're gonna need to hold reload twice, and then of course the solar version of the hard light will be activated. A couple of times I did forget, and I was chaining kills with the void version of hard light, and I'm like, where's my extra damage? Where is it? But it just turned out that I forgot. But yeah, Firewalker really goes well with the hard light, and it really makes this weapon very, very deadly. There are a lot of things going for hard light. I've been trying out a couple of different auto rifles. I've tried out Monte Carlo recently, and I can just tell you guys now, in case you ever wondered, Monte Carlo is nowhere near as good as hard light. Now I'm not even talking about Firewalker, I'm just talking about the gun itself. It's a 600 RPM, it's a 0.8 second TTK, and I don't know what it is about hard light, but it just definitely felt like it was melting people a lot better than Monte Carlo. I have a feeling it's to do with that range that this weapon has and that lack of fall off. It gives it extra aim assist at ranges, which makes it easier to land your shots, and you absolutely beam kids. Side note, in the gameplay you're seeing right now, I do not have the catalyst unlocked. I actually unlocked the catalyst as we were recording the gameplay. I think I was at like 70%, and a couple of games in, and I think I unlocked the catalyst, and that makes a big difference to the weapon as well. 600 RPM auto rifles are not in the best spot, I would say. With that TTK, they basically have the same time to kill as an adaptive hand cannon. The only difference is you need your opponent to be out in the open for very long in order to get the most out of the damage that you can pull off, with an auto rifle. If a player's using a hand cannon, they could just use cover and do a massive chunk of damage to you and then pop out again and again and you're probably dead. But that being said, Hard Light has some things going for it that other auto rifles in the same category simply don't have. That lack of fall off on the ricochet rounds really make for a very, very unique combination. Now the ricochet round damage got nerfed heavily after it once was very, very powerful back when the first meta launched at Trials launch. So I think what, 2020 time, that 600 RPM auto meta, Hard Light was sitting at the top. It was absolutely insane. It did massive damage off ricochet rounds and they obviously nerfed that, but it's still useful. Someone's really weak and they're around a corner, you can just beam that wall and a couple of stray rounds will take them out. Now Firewalker takes the damage all the way up to 28, 27, 28 damage. That is a lot of damage, my friends, and when you're hitting that hard with a 600 RPM auto rifle, the TTK is dropping on it quite a lot, and it's just a really, really complementary aspect to this weapon, and probably the first time that the fact that you can change elements has ever meant anything in PvP, and it really brings out the uniqueness of the Hard Light in a way that hasn't been possible until now in PvP, at least on a Titan, because I know there might be one or two exotics, I think on Warlock, that take advantage of void damage or something. I'm not too sure, my lack of time on Warlock is showing. But yeah, man, it just felt really, really good to get the most out of Hard Light in this sense that, you know, switching to your solar element and then using these exotics just turns the gun into something a little bit more beastie. And I certainly was enjoying using this gun, man. It just, I don't know, it just had the extra flinch factor, had the extra damage factor, and it also has the fun factor, man. This gun is cool, it bounces around all over the place, but it doesn't shake your screen to holy hell anymore, and it's just very, very manageable. I think in this game I unlocked the catalyst. Yep, there it is. And from here on in, all of the gameplay you're going to be seeing is with the catalyst applied. And yes, it does make a pretty big difference. This gun is already very good. The stability now is basically perfect. It's very, very easy to manage the recoil now, and that just complements the Path of Burning Steps build even more, because of course the more stable your gun, the more consistent your shots, the more kills you get, and the more you proc the perk. And that is exactly what is about to happen in this lobby. It's just a really, really good feeling chaining Path of Burning Steps and the Hard Light together. They feel like they are meant for each other, my friends. You know, like a Titan and a punch to the face for a Hunter, you know, just meant to be. You know what I'm saying? Right there, I forgot to switch elements. I told you guys I do this sometimes. But yeah, we switched now, and I've got a laggy Larryson over here, just jumping and lagging with a sidearm. That's an unfortunate spawn. And again, this is the other thing with Hard Light. You can take that fight with absolutely no worries of being out of range. You can just hit someone from really, really far away. Whereas I'm sure if I was using a different 600 RPM like Monty there, I wouldn't have been hitting max damage on that dude. I'd have been hitting way less. And again, even here, you're beaming a guy who's relatively far away, and you don't have to worry about that fall off. And then of course I'm stacking Firewalker with this bad boy, and on top of that I am on bubble, so I've got extra damage from the bubble as well whenever I want it, which is probably right now because he has a Dawnblade and there's not much he can do to me here, and he knows it. I'm just going to hang out and wait for him to run out, and in the meantime I'm going to beam that guy and hit him for 31 to the head because of Weapons of Light. And Weapons of Light really goes well with Path of Burning Steps. Now the damage buffs don't stack. They don't stack, okay? But what's basically going to happen is you're going to get a bunch of kills with Weapons of Light, and that's going to activate Firewalker. So by the time Weapons of Light runs out, you probably have Firewalker active. So it just basically means you have a very, very long duration of extra damage, and you can really, really make some plays, man. Alright, what's this guy doing? Is he playing or... Well, no, he is playing. He's got a bow out. What are you doing? What's he doing, Mark? Jerk. Boom, boom, boom. Don't you dare push me. We got a guy on the right. Firewalker active. Oh my god, that shred, man. That absolute shred. So good. It's so... He just chaperoned me in the mouth. It happens, though. It happens, you know? What are you going to do, eh? What are you going to do? Bo Barry over there in the back of the map. Gonna hit him with some ricochet rounds, baby. I forgot to change element, though. No! Alright, there we go. We're good now. So, basically, if you guys are still unaware, Firewalker basically takes 2 kills. You want to get 2 kills in a row, and then you get the damage buff. And for me, that's really fair enough. It's kind of like, It's kind of like being charged with light, except you don't need to pick up an orb, and it takes 2 kills that are not necessarily at the same time, so you don't need a double kill to produce the orb. You just need 2 kills. Once you get those 2 kills, you are very much in business. Not if you melee them like that though. You need a gun kill. Unless of course I was on a solo subclass, which I'm not, because I am not really much of a solo subclass Simon, you know. I'm more of a Void Vincent or a Stasis Samuel. Stasis Samuel, I'm gonna go with that one today. Alliteration Andy, back at it again. But yeah, man, this gun and this combination, we can just see here people are just getting beamed left, right, and center. There is no answer. Not for the hard light, my friends, but it is called the hot light. Alright, that's what we're calling it. The hot light, baby. They are not ready for the hot light. It's not just a hard light, it's also a hot light. What's this guy doing? Listen, bro, you need to respect the hot light, my friend. Hot light ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? It's like hard light, but it's hot. Spicy. Spicy. Are you a mild Mitchell who only likes mild food? Then the hot light is not for you. But if you like to get things spicy in the kitchen and in the crucible, then the hot light is your friend, as you can see. Now we are actually pinched here. Let's hit him with that toil and trouble, by the way. Boom. There's a cheeky little 2-piece, and we win the game, and we get a 3-piece to finish it off. Pog champ. There it is, guys. End of the video. That was the hard light, aka the hot light build. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did and you made it all the way to the end and you still haven't hit like on the video, do me a favor and hit like. It really helps me out. Subscribe if you haven't already, and come back to the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/shake. I would love to see you there. Peace out, guys. Much love.